I understand, Ambassador, there's been 17 attacks into Israel from Hezbollah over the last 2 days. What do you think that means for the chances of another front on this war?
Oh, I think it's a sign of a very serious risk of an expansion of the war. You know, there are a couple of things we can imagine might be in the minds of Iran, which is, of course, Hezbollah's sponsor, and Hezbollah. One is to lure the Israelis, the IDF, to the north so they're distracted from the campaign in Gaza. Second, we don't know if the Iranians intend to have Hezbollah open a second front as the Gaza operation proceeds. Or third, there is just the possibility that there could be miscalculation that would lead to an expansion. I'd also point out Hezbollah has global terrorist capabilities. So while all eyes are on northern Israel when it comes to, and southern Lebanon, Hezbollah, they have the capacity to attack Israeli and American interests all around the world, and we need to be mindful of that.
Do you think Hezbollah wants this fight now? Do you think they prefer to get this, to have this happen?
My opinion up to date has been that they probably do not. They don't care about the Palestinians. They care about their ability to maintain control in Lebanon. And another devastating war like 2006 is not really in Hezbollah's interest. And so I think it's important that Israel and the United States show a strong deterrent strength so that that possibility is brought home to Hezbollah. But, you know, at the end of the day, they answer to Iran. They make life and death decisions for Lebanese who do not otherwise answer to them. And so anything is possible.
Ambassador, you really want to emphasize that the best way to bring peace to this area is to show great strength as a deterrence, right?
Yeah, my biggest fear of the next phase when it comes to Lebanon is that if the IDF and the Israeli government look weak in Gaza, if they stumble or are unable to mount a credible and defined campaign, that's when Hezbollah will see an interest in striking. It's weakness that invites violence, not strength, which brings peace.
Do you think right now, what people don't seem to miss is the last time Hezbollah and Israel went at it, Israel felt as though they didn't achieve their objectives. But it doesn't mean they didn't dismantle Hezbollah. They pounded Hezbollah.
They did. And not only did they pound Hezbollah and its many facilities that are hidden in civilian areas, by the way, throughout Lebanon, particularly southern Lebanon and southern Beirut, they pounded the civilian infrastructure of Lebanon. But none of that in the end worked because a terrorist group like Hezbollah, with its ideology and its support among the Shia of Lebanon, was able to, like a phoenix, to arise from the ashes and rebuild all of this. So I hope one of the lessons to learn from this is that the civilian government of Lebanon doesn't have the capacity to deal with this problem. In the long run, the issue is Tehran. The issue is there, and we need a comprehensive strategy that is persistent, consistent, and addresses both Iran and its proxies throughout the region.
My sense is we're not the only ones who know Iran's the problem. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, and even the Lebanese people, as well as the Palestinians, the ones who haven't been radicalized, they understand the problem. So you might be solving a lot of people's problems by finally confronting Iran. Final thought?
I agree, and that's one of the great fault lines in the Middle East, and we need to rally our friends to believe that we have a strategy that they're convinced can work and it's worth joining that will deal with the problem.
Which is why we got the Abraham Accords off the ground, because we were going heavy with a lot of controls over Iran.